Oh man, this looks fantastic. Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Tactics Ogre Reborn, which is, I guess, the latest iteration of the Tactics Ogre Famicom game, I believe. I know there were a couple of different Tactics Ogre games, because I know there was, like, We All Cling Together, I think, on the N64, which I've never actually played. In fact, I've never actually played any of the Tactics Ogre games. I played Final Fantasy Tactics, which is pretty dang close, but not quite the same. And so when I heard this was getting made, I was like, oh man, you know, I'm a little burnt out on Square Enix games, but this one, I will play. As an age of war, the wheel begins to turn. Also, thank you to Square Enix for sending me this key. I should probably remember to say that.
The Valerian Isles, jewels of the Ibero Sea. Long a center of naval commerce, the people here have struggled throughout history for dominion over these shores. Finally, there rose a man to put an end to this conflict, Rogalawa Oberith. History would know him as the Dynast King. Rogalawa took the disparate races of men calling the islands home and united them as one. He encouraged marriage between clans, forging bonds to strengthen his newborn kingdom. For fully half a century, the Dynast King reigned, and Valeria knew prosperity. But the embers of discord smoldered. Upon the death of the king, Abuna Branton Morn incited the ruling Buckram to declare the independence of their royal city of Hyde. Yet the schemings of the Abuna had only just begun. Backed by the Holy Lodician Empire to the north, Branton created the Buckram Valerian Kingdom, naming himself as regent. He would have seen his rule span the Isles were it not for Lancelot Tartaros, High Champion of the Dark Knights of Lodis. Lancelot warned against such reckless expansion, and reluctantly, Branton reined in his troops. This left two clans to vie for supremacy in the south, the Galgastani and the Wallister. 7 men in 10 were Galgastani, and on order of Hierophant Leandor Balbatos, the Galgastani declared blood war against the weaker Wallister in a move to claim the south as their own. Valeria watched as the wholesale slaughter of the Wallister race began. Duke Judah Ronway led the Wallister in resistance. They were far outmatched. In the span of half a year, they had been brought to their knees. Balbatos proclaimed the kingdom of Galgastan, and with it an official end to the blood war. But these things would bring no end to Wallister suffering. A piecemeal resistance continued, yet with their duke in chains, efforts flagged. The remaining Wallister were confined to a small province allotted them by Balbatos and the Galgastani. There, the survivors resigned themselves to eke out such life as they could. Victory begets peace, and for once, the battlefields of Valeria stood silent. Yet none believed the calm would last.
It's as we heard, Denham. Lancelot's returned.
Okay, good. It doesn't auto-progress. I have to press A, and that's fine. I like that portrait, but I want to get to the actual meat and potatoes of the gameplay, and if we spend, like, 10 minutes on cutscenes, that's a little harder.
Then it's time. Right, sister?
Time to end this madness. We can't beat him, you know that.
What are you saying, Kashua? You'd have us pass up a chance like this?
It's foolishness to think the three of us might defeat the Dark Knights.
They're the ones who have been foolish, and we stand to gain.
Don't tell me you're scared. If you've lost your taste for blood, I'll do this myself.
That's enough, Vice. Let's go.
No, this won't end well. And what do we gain by taking their lives anyway?
Lancelot is captain of the Dark Knights, and they are the source of Barkram power. kill Lancelot, and you remove one of the pillars supporting them, the Buckram will falter, if only for a moment. Yet that moment will be all the encouragement the Galgastani require. They want Valeria for their own.
The turmoil of the last war has only just settled, and you'd start another.
Are we Wallister so free of turmoil now, Koshua? We are less than vermin in their eyes. Insects to be crushed underfoot.
If war begins anew, we'll die just the same.
Shh, they're here. We'll flank them. Denim, go round behind.
Right.
Okay, so Lancelot is lightning powered. Or lightning enchanted. Cannot adjust the camera now. Okay, it's their turn. I guess they don't know we're starting yet. So once the battle begins, units with the lowest recovery time move first. The order in which units move is called attack turn. You can issue commands such as move and act on a unit's turn. To issue a command, place the cursor on the active unit, press A. List of available commands such as move and act will appear. You cannot issue commands to your units during the attack turn of enemies or other units not under your control. However, you can press X to interrupt, enabling you to examine units and perform similar tasks. Okay. So we can have him do this. I will admit, my one problem act, short sword buckler cast stones. Oh, I see. So we can hit him with our buckler. So we also are somewhat lightning themed. We could throw stone, can't do anything else. End turn, cancel move, no. And we do have to worry about facing. Oh, and he's automatic.
Who goes there?
Friends of the Resistance, and no friends of yours.
The Resistance?
I expected a warmer welcome than this. They're children.
Wait, do you even know who we are?
You're Lancelot, and that makes you my enemy.
Lancelot is my name, true. How is it that you know me?
How could I forget you? The Dark Knights laid torch to this town only a winter past.
The Dark Knights? But we come from the kingdom of New Zenobia to the east.
And Lancelot of the Dark Knights has but one eye. You have two.
One eye, you say? Would that he lacked my name as well. His reputation, it seems, does me no favors.
No marauding knights us, but mercenaries come looking for work.
I am Lancelot Hamilton, a holy knight of Zenobia.
And I am Canopus, the one they name Windcaller. Our aged companion here is...
The Starseer, Warren Oman, at your service.
Mirden Warhorn, a knight of Zenobia, as it please you.
Gildis is my name. There now, no need to be frightened.
I wasn't. I don't know what to say.
Forgive us, good knights, but perhaps this meeting might benefit us both. We have need of strength such as yours.
Ah, tell us your tale then. We are strangers in this land, and I would hear more of it.
Vice is my name. It would seem that you are not our enemy.
I am the Sibyl Karshua, and this is my brother, Denim.
Let's go for the top. Do we actually... So we're Denim. Hopefully we're fully voice acted?
I'm Denim. Please, forgive our error.
Rad.
Already forgotten. Though you did give us quite the surprise. Now, do you think we might talk somewhere out of this wretched heat?
We have just the place. It's not much, but it's secret, and it's safe.
That would have been quite the debate if they just immediately wrecked our characters.
As it is, we lack swords enough to face the Galgastani. The Bakram share our deficit,
A deficit they've remedied by joining forces with Lodis.
So Lodis sent them the Dark Knight's Lothlorien.
Lothlorien is an order under the direct command of High Priest Sardian, ruler of Lodis. They are said to be the greatest of the 16 orders and the High Priest's favorite besides. Yet he uses them not in open battle, but in shadows and secrecy. They are his ears and his dagger. They are as dark as their name.
And these Dark Knights, whatever you call them, are backing the Buckram, eh?
So, why are you come to our isles? Does Zenobia think to claim Valeria as her own? Do Lodis and Zenobia mean to bring their wars to our shores?
Enough, Vice.
Your question deserves an answer. We are Zenobian, after all. Yet we do not serve as knights of Zenobia. We were banished, cast out.
We're outlaws. No place waiting for us back home, nah?
We've come to find work, preferably of the well-paying variety.
I don't trust you, and I don't trust your story. This is our fight.
Vice, please. Lord Knight, you must forgive our passion.
There is nothing to forgive. Tell me, what will you do now?
For one, we have to get Duke Ronway out of Almorica.
Duke Ronway. He is your leader.
Not just us. He leads all the Wallister. The Galgastani hold him captive in their castle. They plan to execute him, if the rumors are to be believed. And we mean to stop them.
A duke? But if his purse matches his title, a little rescue work might be just the thing. How about it, Lancelot?
Look, I'm sorry for not trusting you. It's true that if we're to rescue the Duke, we're going to need help.
Then there's nothing to be gained jabbering on here, nah? To Almorica Castle.
Wait! The castle is well defended. A fight there would mean our deaths. And yours, Lord Knight. And I've seen enough of fighting. Enough of death.
What about you, Denham? Would you have our aid?
Without your help, the Duke is as good as dead.
Ah, then it's settled. We will prepare at once.
Why do you not heed me, brother? I know how you must feel. But what of my feelings? I don't want to lose you. Our father is dead. A hard truth, but a truth all the same. In all the world. You are the only one bound to me by blood. I couldn't bear to let you die. Forgive me. I know my words will not sway you. Only promise me. Promise you'll never leave your sister.
What's keeping you? Everyone's ready. You can't coddle him forever. He's no little boy anymore.
Do not speak to me of my brother. He does not share your lust for blood.
I have no love for war, but I'd sooner die on my feet than on my knees.
You would die on the backs of others.
You were the one who brought them in here, Kashua.
Because when I find a tool well suited for a job, I use it. At least one of us has the sense to recognize an opportunity. You should thank me.
Is that how you see people? As tools? I'd have expected more of a Sybil.
I only want to see an end of death.
Okay, Lancelot and his allies have joined you as guests. Okay, to move your party to a town, castle, or other point of interest, move A. Okay, cool. Select the party. To manage your unit's equipment or classes, or select Warren Report to see more information about the characters you've encountered in the story. System menu, cool. So can I take a look at... Oh, okay, that's the Warren Report. Data? Well, I can save. I might as well. Party Warren Report. So these are all of our characters. Wheel of Fortune Tidings. So every single cutscene that we've run into, I like that. All the people we've run into with more information. And then their portraits. So they're all late teenagers. And then the knights are 38, 63, 48, 28, and 32. And... okay. This guy's new. These people are new. Wait, who are these? Who are these people? Oh, this is Lancelot Tartaros, the other one. Okay, so some of these people we've at least heard the name of and can look up more. That's actually really neat. Play guide basics, play guide extras, anything else? Nah, don't care too much. Allergies are the best. Okay, strongholds are made up of multiple battlefields which must be fought back to back. You can save your progress before beginning the next battle, but you cannot leave until they're completed. Highly recommended to use a separate save slot within a stronghold. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I want to take a look at parties real quick. Condition, equipment, consumables, arcana, skills, finishing moves, inventory back. What do you change? Can you change class? Let's see. Outfit. Condition. Cycle stats. Sort. Change name. Maybe we can't change classes yet. It seems like there's more space. Arcana and spells. Oh, do we have a limited number of these? Oh, that's interesting. Clan Wallister. Wallister Resistance. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll get the opportunity to do so later. So, Castle was once the seat of power in Old Almorica. It was taken by Duke Ronway before the outbreak of war.
Hey, you're the rebels what been hiding out in Goliath. Here to save your Duke, is it? There's 2,000 Goth on that one's head, boys. Half the purse to him what brings him down.
You know, I like the high definition on the environments, but the characters I think are a little too smooth for me. I miss the old chunky style. I mean, I guess this is just a higher fidelity version of it.
Scarce one pace across. Easily jump this. Watch. But look before, nah. You can only jump to ground of the same height or lower.
This is a weird tutorial. Hey kids,
One of the winged,
watch, I can
like
jump.
me, moves with no heed of height or terrain. Even so, rushing in alone without someone to watch your back is asking for an early grave.
Always keep a close watch on the action to see who will move next. Avoid unnecessary actions and keep speed on your side. The distance a unit moves and the actions it takes determine how long it must wait to move again. The order in which units act is called the attack turn. Keep a close eye on this. You can sort units by order of attack turn to quickly tell which unit will move next.
When a unit's turn comes round, you can command it to move, act. What's more, you can issue these commands.
I'm gonna skip some of these. They're charming,
The command
but
to move can be cancelled.
not really that important.
Units begin battle with no end.
Yep.
Units accumulate powerful.
That's... Yep, I remember those mechanics. So this is really similar to the Tactics series. It's interesting that they kind of stopped making these. Okay, cool. Now we're good to go. We don't have anything else, condition or end turn. Well, I might as well... Ugh. Still never very good with the diagonal grid. It makes sense, and it works better for this kind of perspective, but still. Oh, and we just randomly got a mend leaf? Does our character just, like, pick up herbs from the ground mid-battle? Possibly. Okay, so it looks like we get 10 mana.
Skills are divided into 4
Okay.
units learns.
Yep.
That just auto skills will sometimes take.
Okay, cool. So we get 10 mana per turn, and then he has Meditate, which gets him more.
A conjurer of magics must do more than assign
Okay,
spells.
assign spells from the party screen. Yeah, know that.
You'll need a class mark in order to change a unit's class. Some class marks can be found for sale in shops, but not all are to be had so easily.
I wonder if we have to use one every single
A
time.
unit's level doesn't change when they change classes, so if one class isn't working out, a new line of work may be in order. There's no reason to go making things harder on yourself than they already are.
To use common consumables, set
Oh my
up to
god.
full-
It is just non-stop tutorialization. I don't mind it necessarily when I'm playing on my own, but when I'm trying to present these games, tutorialization is
the enemy's
ah.
element before striking. There are
Okay,
8
this
in
is
all.
important.
Air, each element has its strength. Air against earth and so on. It can be enough to give you the edge you need. Each unit has a level, but so does your party. Your party's level will rise as you lead them to victory in the stages to come. And remember, a unit can't advance beyond the level of the party.
Oh. That's interesting. So effectively, I cannot overgrind one character up. You know, that honestly makes a lot of sense.
One whisper of Ronway's execution and out you come, bold as you please. A rat can smell a trap, but not all rebels, huh? High time we were rid of your lot.
Support skills are just that. Skill. When I move, you'll notice yellow.
Okay.
This is a support skill called Rampart Aura. Any foes entering the range of the aura will be unable to move further. Some
I
support
see, so he
skills
just
hinder the
blocks
consider
movement. Got
well-
it. I thought for a second he did like an auto attack on any enemy he gets near. The answer is no. Oh, I can do left stick to go faster. Oh, that's super nice. Okay, so unfortunately it still can't really do too much. Let's see. The short sword... Yeah, short sword buckler. I guess I can throw a rock at this guy. Does he even have that much HP? Well this guy's... Oh wait, no, it only does 1 damage. Huzzah! Actually, that might have done 10. And we're just getting, like, threads and stuff left and right. Our character really does just kind of accrue things.
A trap, and we walked right into it.
Trap or no, we fight or we die. I've never let a Galgastani get the better of me, and I don't mean to start today.
Focus, Vice. Our first duty is to save the Duke.
Don't lecture me on duty. Your only duty is to stay alive.
You should not speak to Denham so. He was only trying to help.
I like the tutorialization. I think it mostly just boils down to, as somebody that's played Final Fantasy Tactics before, there's that kind of fundamental, yeah, but I know most of this stuff. I love it. I love it when games are like, hey, how much tutorialization do you want? But in this one, I can just kind of mash past and not worry too much.
You're no Wallisters. I know a man from Lodis when I see one.
So our wind caller is our archer. I think that's fine. I think once I get to manage him, though, I might look into making him, like, much more tanky or something. Maybe. Oof. Vice is getting clobbered. And I can do precious little about it. Okay. She's not one of ours. Do they all have names? Yeah, they all have names and portraits. Gosh, those portraits look really nice. Oh, but I have to stand here. I mean, all things considered, I'm not really that important. But I don't need bags of loot that bad. At least not at the moment.
Are you all right, Denham? You shouldn't let Vice get to you.
I'm fine, sister. Back to the battle.
Interesting, there's no dialogue for this. May my prayers become a beacon, guide to gods to heal your blight. Interesting, I wonder if there's just unique dialogue every once in a while for those. Wow, Vice is just getting absolutely messed up.
Sorry, Denham. I'm out. And I'd better not hear any grumbling.
So that's what happens instead of dying. Ooh, they are actually getting some good stuff. I'll have to keep that in mind. Well, maybe I just run around looting things. I'll probably make the main character an archer as well, so I can actually run around freely. An archer or a caster of some variety. So I can run around grabbing resources, because currently I don't do any damage anyway. Okay, I am going the wrong direction, so that's Lancelot, Myrddin, Arthur, Gildas. Okay, so it's actually just these two. I'll hit her, because she might actually take some damage. Nope. Wow, yeah, that's worth it. Like, that might actually just be all of their stuff. So, yeah, most definitely turning my character into a ranged unit mostly focused on grabbing loot seems like a good idea. Or, I mean, healer, supporter? I don't know. I don't know how much there are character specialties, to be honest. Or if every character is viable for every role. But it doesn't really matter that much. But I figure being an archer would let me run around grabbing things.
Like our luck has turned.
The sad part is I'm not going to be able to get his loot. Unless you automatically get all loot on the ground, but I kind of doubt it. That's not how it worked in Final Fantasy Tactics either. Or maybe? No. This is definitely other stuff too. We got some Berserker marks. I know we got a short bow, but I thought I got a lot more stuff than that. And yeah, you get EXP at the end of battle, as opposed to the Final Fantasy Tactics style where you get EXP in the middle of a fight. So EXP points are not awarded to individual units, but to the entire party. Each unit that participated in the battle receives a portion of the total EXP when it ends. Only units who survive the battle receive EXP. Okay, that's...
The way inside is clear. Stay on guard.
Leave the heavy lifting to us, Denham. Cover our flank. That's all we ask.
Well, time to check to see if Denham can equip a short bow. Because yeah, if he can just use a bow, then we don't have to worry about looting stuff. Okay, party. Denham, condition, equipment. Yes. Consumables. What else do we have? Mendleaf, Xenowine, Blessing Stone, Raise Fallen. Oof, that's probably expensive though. I'll give him the Mendleaf just so we don't have to worry about it. And yeah, we have no spells. Vulcan Lance. Must be on the wizard. Arcana. Skills. Finishing moves, inventory. So what else did we pick up? What is this? Berserker's Mark. I guess I can't do anything with that at the moment anyway. Yeah, so we do have a class mark to use to change classes, but I don't think we can do it at the moment. Required to change classes to Berserker. And then you also gain levels based on what class you are. So for example, Denim is level 2 warrior. And so we probably get extra abilities and stuff. I wonder if we get to keep our skills from the classes that we have. I'm hoping. Okay, well, barring anything else... oh, he uses fists. Oh.
Something the matter?
He won't let me switch it anyway. Well, I guess we don't need to worry about it. Cool. Yeah, so this way I can actually attack while I loot things.
A fine time for this, with Master Nibeth away. Listen well. We faced the rogues who slew Bapal and his men. Underestimate them, and share Bapal's fate. Give these rebel swine a taste of Galgastani steel. Almorica shall never fall!
Okay. Gotta keep remembering, left stick does not do anything. So I can short bow, I can also punch. Ah, but I can hit this man. Not for a reasonable amount. Honestly, for Denim being kind of a weak newbie, that's not bad. I wonder if I could actually equip a bow and a sword, have a character...
Interlopers! Why do you meddle in our affairs? Our struggle with the Wallister goes back generations. It's no concern of yours. Or do you seek to claim Valeria as Lodis does? I will have your answer.
We are men without a country. We have lent them our swords because it suits us to do so.
And we're looking for mercenary work, as it happens. Not hiring, by any chance.
And worry you'll leave for a bigger purse? We don't need outsiders to do our killing.
He makes a good point. Let's rescue this Duke, collect our reward, and be done with it.
A craven who would choose lucre over loyalty deserves only one reward.
That would have been pretty bad if he was just like, yeah, we'll hire you. And then we immediately just get decked by these knights. Ow. So it looks like elemental weaknesses only really maybe matter if you're actually using elemental moves. And then the character base elemental effects don't really matter that much. I think. And that one character that is lightning averse, that might actually be a specific like status effect for like now lightning attacks are going to do more damage to you. Also, Birdman just hit with an axe. So yeah, it looks like we can do sword and board, kind of. Well, do we hit him with our shield? Sure. Oh, and it knocks him back too. Yeah, so we don't just have to be locked to one weapon or one weapon type. That's actually really convenient. I like it how her entire job is just to heal Vice over and over again because Vice is kind of garbage. Don't you dare touch my loot bags. I do look forward to actually being able to control everybody so I can slightly micromanage where my characters are. Okay, so if I move here, bag of loot, axe, buckler, punch this guy. Because he takes extra damage because I just hit him into a wall. I was wondering about that. Why must you avoid the loot bags? Why is it my responsibility to loot? That's fine. Again, once I actually get to control these characters, I'll be able to micromanage all of the looting. Yes, yes, yes. And of course she goes to heal Vice. He's just a damage magnet. I love it. Okay, do we want to just go here? Yeah, sure. Short bow. Who's next? Oh yeah. We actually got a kill. Hooray! I don't actually know how much any of this matters, but at the same time, It's weirdly bothersome to not... Ooh, you can do like a flanking attack. And, oh, we actually got like a skill off of that one. Let's see. What else was I even going to say about any of this stuff? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Mostly just kind of appreciating these systems. It's fascinating how well this game holds up on a mechanical level. That, you know, when I was a kid, admittedly, like, I was big on Final Fantasy Tactics, but fundamentally, I think they're still largely the same kind of game. No, I'm not actually going to be able to kill him. That's fine. I guess I could have gotten in there and hit him in melee, and then would have done the trick.
For Galgastan.
But like, if you put this out not as a remake, remaster, whatever, but as just like an original game, I'd be complimenting the mechanics for being fairly original and interesting as like an indie strategy RPG. And that, like, this was a game from what, the early 90s? Late 80s? Or maybe it was a little bit later than that. I'm not entirely sure. But it's still one of those that, like, holds up.
The taste of freedom is sweet. You have my thanks. Sweeter still that Wallister youths came to my aid. Denham, was it? Doubtless you and your friends are a gift from the Great Father himself. The Wallister boon is great, and our future bright.
We are not alone in our loyalty. Upon word of your Grace's release, many Wallister have left their haunts for Almorica.
And there is still time before the Galgastani come to remedy my freedom. Though not long, I fear. We must regroup. Now I must ask if the tale our guests have told us is indeed the truth.
Upon my sword it is. We are outcasts from our land.
I do not doubt your sword. It is the whiskers of your companion that give me pause. I hear a diviner matching his description was ever at the side of King Tristan when your new Zenobia came into being 2 years past. And that you, Sir Lancelot, were captain of the Holy Knights. Is the Saint King so brazen as to cast out the very men who placed him upon the throne? I, too, have heard tell of this diviner, but I am not he.
These guys are terrible liars.
Lodis plagues us with the Dark Knights, Lothlorien. How do we know that you are not some new menace visited upon Valeria? If new Zenobia does not seek to usurp, I would have your proof.
Your Grace, these holy knights risked their own lives to win your freedom.
A man can claim knighthood only when he serves a worthy lord. It is for such a man that we seek.
I have your word, and its proof shall be in your deeds. You sought a reward. You shall have it. And employment besides. I would have you train our Wallister loyals as guards and soldiers here in Almorica.
As you wish.
Now, Denham, your father was an Abuna in Goliath, was he not? I met him myself once. A wise man, Abuna Prancet. What happened in Goliath was a tragedy.
Please, Your Grace, you must avenge our father. No, all the people of Goliath.
Yet the enemy before us is Galgastan. They must come first. And for that, I will need knights. Knights such as yourselves. Will you join my table at Almorica?
Us? Knights?
As young heroes of Wallister, you will serve as a shining example to your clansmen. I would have you become knights in my direct service. Well, what say you?
Of course. I mean, as you wish, Your Grace. I know Denham's with me on this.
Excellent. Now, if you are to be a knightly order, you will require a name.
No. Input the name for Denham's Order of Knights. You can input up to 12 characters. Okay, so C scale. I could, but if our name is Denham, then I can't not. We are pants. The Order of Pants.
What do you think?
Yes, a fine name. You'll go far, I'm certain. I have much for you to do. Your first task takes you to the town of Chrysaro, to the southwest. The captain of my knights, Sir Leonard, has gone there in pursuit of the former overseer of this castle, a necromancer named Nibeth. Truth be told, he's having a harder time of it than was expected. You'll be going to Chrysaro to aid him. Understood? Now before you leave, you'll want to fill your ranks with soldiers from Almorica and purchase such gear as you'll require. I expect you have little in way of coin, so I'm giving you 30,000 goth from the treasury, and a few of my own knights to serve under you.
You can count on us, Your Grace. We won't let you down.
Then may victory and glory await you, young heroes of Wallister.
You've led us to gainful employ after all. My thanks.
No, it is I who should thank you.
So, you're off to aid one of the Duke's men. I regret we cannot join you. Above all else, stay alive. Win or lose, while there's life, there's hope.
I'll try to remember that.
Best not forget, the dead get no second chances.
If death were our aim, there are swifter ways to go about it than soldiery. We fight to live.
True enough. Still, do not needlessly seek out danger. Enough will find you as it is.
Of course.
You are the heroes of Goliath, are you not? I must thank you for saving His Grace the Duke. Indeed, accept my thanks on behalf of us all.
And you are?
Ravnus Loxarian, a knight in service of the Duke. I would ride to Leonard's aid myself, but His Grace has other need of me. I fear the task falls to you.
No need of fear, friend. We took back this castle, didn't we?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose.
And what manner would that be?
She and her fellow knights drew off the garrison defending the castle. Else, we would not have succeeded.
If it were not for the sacrifice of others, we would be no heroes of Goliath now.
Make no mistake, I have high hopes for you. We must unite the people behind us if we are to put an end to this endless war. Word of your heroics emboldens them.
Then you hold us up as heroes to serve some stratagem, is that it?
If you do not like it, give truth to the lie. Write your own fate on the battlefield.
May fate smile on us both, Dame Ravnus.
His Grace provided you with war funds, yes? Remember, they do no good sitting in your coffers. Arms, spells, provisions. Even a single magic ring can mean the difference between victory and defeat.
She thinks highly of herself. I pray we are not near when she falls from such height.
Okay, so we get Ywain. So we can choose characters? I don't know how much difference there is. Allegiance pants. I'm a terrible person. Celis, sure. Edwin, sure. I'm not going to think too hard about this. Nicolina, Cleric. Yeah, that's useful. Bran, Rune Fencer. Ooh. I like some of these classes being presented. Towns and castles that have been liberated gain the shop and train commands. Shops you can buy and sell items in Arcana, recruiting units, sell monsters at auction. It's a good idea to stock up on consumables in battle. Train allows your units to take part in a training battle. You can retrieve from them at a time, either from battle or while forming your party. Let's see. Good way to level up your units before taking them into a real battle. Oh. Units earn EXP, but do not, no items drop. Okay, and we can now dismiss units that we don't want. Change class. Requires a class mark. So it looks like we have to use a class mark every time. Okay, so if I do change class, we have Warrior, Archer, Wizard, Cleric, Rune Fencer, and then we've got, but we can't switch to any of those, but we can get some Berserkers or Knights, which seem to adjust our stats. My main question is, does it adjust our stats, based on a percentage? So for example, if I level a character as Wizard forever and then switch him to a Berserker, they're gonna have the same stats as a person that had been a Berserker the entire time. I don't know, and I'd love to look that one up specifically, but I might actually just posit that question for the people that know. Oh, do not have a class mark. Yeah, almost did that. Dismiss Denim.
I can't desert my own company.
Okay.
You wouldn't turn away your oldest friend, would you?
Sorry, I have to do this.
You're my only family in all the world. You promised we'd always be together.
Sorry. I was just like, wait a second, can I? And the answer is yes, I can dismiss everybody. Let's see. Alas, I cannot actually use this. It doesn't seem to imply... Maybe it's an air skill, but it doesn't seem to imply which classes can use this. Or what the limitations are. It's fine. I just figured since I've got this guy at least lightly set up as an archer. So the other question is... Okay, so I might want to switch to a short sword or something. It'd be interesting if I dual-wield bows. Oh, Cestises only let you use one thing. But dual-wield bows for more damage. Or more range damage? I don't know. I guess I'll snag a hand axe for the time being. Even though it hurts a little bit. It's probably fine. Azure Necklace, what does this do? And luck, some other stats. And nothing else. So nothing really determines why he keeps just picking up random things, but it's fine. Anyway, so I think we're at a good stopping point, at least for now. I really like this game, and I'm probably going to play more of it on my own, just because I absolutely adore Final Fantasy Tactics, and playing something similar, actually, I don't know, it's kind of nice. It's like meeting an old friend, except for it's different, I guess, just because, you know, the differences between Final Fantasy Tactics are there, and honestly, I can get into both of them, and I believe I heard rumors that we might actually be getting a Final Fantasy Tactics remake in this exact same manner, which I would love. I would love to see them go back and remake the Tactics games so they're a little bit more available. Tactics 1 and then, honestly, the Advance games. I really liked them. I thought the plot for Tactics Advance was really neat, and I never finished R2. Or is it A2? I forget. I don't know. I think they had added some more systems, but none of them caught my interest enough. Like, they added a couple of new races, but the races were bad because their classes were, like, only half-baked, and they only had a couple of them, and it was like, oh, this map is huge. Wow, this map is huge. No, okay, maybe it's not that big, but either way, I know this is like a 50 to 60 hour game, so it's one of those where, if you guys are looking for a decently chunky strategy RPG without a whole lot of fluff, this is very much worth looking into, and is from kind of my favorite pseudo series ever. I mean, obviously, once again, haven't played the Ogre games, but I've played its derivatives, and I like them. But anyway, Tactics Ogre Reborn is out tomorrow on PlayStation, Steam, and Switch, and so this was on the Switch the entire time. I figured I could play it on the go, but you know, you might want to play it other ways. But with all that said, oh, I can zoom out, sick. With all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, this is not an indie game. Oh, and I can sell my coins too. Anyway, yeah, this is not an indie game, but you know what? I'll go out of my way sometimes to play some other stuff too. So if you want to see more rad new games every single day, hit subscribe because I've got tons to show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.